I have prepared a short commentary. In the interest of letting the reader get on with the story, I have placed my comments at the end. The Enchanter. How can I come to terms with myself? He thought when he did any thinking at all. This cannot be lechery. Coarse carnality is omnivorous. The subtle kind presupposes eventual satiation. So what if I did have 5 or 6 normal affairs? How can one compare their insipid randomness with my unique flame? What is the answer? It certainly isn't like the arithmetic of Oriental debauchery, where the tenderness of the prey is inversely proportional to its age. Oh, no. To me, it's not a degree of a generic whole, but something totally divorced from the generic. Something that is not more valuable, but invaluable. What is it, then? Sickness? Criminality? And is it compatible with conscience and shame, with squeamishness and fear, with self-control and sensitivity? For I cannot even consider the thought of causing pain or provoking unforgettable revulsion. Nonsense, I'm no ravisher. The limitations I have established for my yearning, the masks I invent for it when, in real life, I conjure up an absolutely invisible method of sating my passion, have a providential sophistry. I am a pickpocket, not a burglar. Although perhaps on a circular island with my little female Friday, it would not be a question of mere safety, but a license to grow savage. Or is the circle a vicious one with a palm tree at its center? Knowing rationally that the Euphrates apricot is harmful only in canned form, that sin is inseparable from civic custom, that all hygienes have their hyenas, knowing, moreover, that this self-same rationality is not averse to vulgarizing that to which it is otherwise denied access, I now discard all that and ascend to a higher plane. What if the way to true bliss is indeed through a still, delicate membrane, before it has had time to harden, become overgrown, lose the fragrance and the shimmer through which one penetrates to the throbbing star of that bliss? Even within these limitations, I proceed with a refined selectivity. I'm not attracted to every schoolgirl that comes along, far from it. How many one sees on a gray morning street that are husky or skinny, or have a necklace of pimples or wear spectacles. Those kinds interest me as little in the amorous sense as a lumpy female acquaintance might interest someone else. In any case, independently of any special sensations, I feel at home with children in general, in all simplicity. I know that I would be a most loving father in the common sense of the word, and to this day cannot decide whether this is a natural compliment or a demonic contradiction. Here I invoke the law of degrees that I repudiated where I found it insulting. Often I have tried to catch myself in the transition from one kind of tenderness to the other, from the simple to the special, and would very much like to know whether they are mutually exclusive, whether they must, after all, be assigned to different genera, or whether one is a rare flowering of the other on the Walpurgis night of my murky soul. For if they are 2 separate entities, then there must be 2 separate kinds of beauty, and the aesthetic sense, invited to dinner, sits down with a crash between 2 chairs, the fate of any dualism. On the other hand, the return journey from the special to the simple I find somewhat more comprehensible. The former is subtracted, as it were, at the moment it is quenched, and that would seem to indicate that the sum of sensations is indeed homogeneous, if, in fact, the rules of arithmetic are applicable here. It is a strange, strange thing. And strangest of all, perhaps, is that, under the pretext of discussing something remarkable, I am merely seeking just